Hey guys, it's me, Mr. Man Little Miss and Friends show here. So guess what? Do you know what it's time for? That's right. Yep, I am definitely going to be showing you my updated Little Miss books collection. So as you can see, I have everything in total, including the special ones. Yeah. And I even got the 80s ones as well. So, yeah, this is going to be a lot of books for this collection. So, without any further ado, let's begin. Okay, so the first Little Miss book is Little Miss Bossy. Yep, this was the very first Little Miss book to be ever released. This one's from 1981, but this is the 2000 the 2000s 2010s and 2020s reprints because of this, and this. So I believe it was reprinted in 2020. Yeah, because of this. Yep. Okay, next up, Little Miss Naughty. Same back cover, and yeah, so it's also from 1981, but this is also the 2000s reprint. Little Miss Neat from 1981 also, but this is the 2011 reprint. Okay, next up, two copies of Little Miss Sunshine. Right here was the 80s version, but it's a 1985 reprint. And this one was the 2000s reprinted version. So I'm gonna show the 80s one first. And it's from Rook. Back is blank. And yes, this was in the hardcover. There is a name who used to own this, but it's mine now. Yep, this was reprinted in 1981, although it doesn't say on here. Just like for some of them, which we will get to that in a little bit. And right here is the 2000s reprint version. Okay. Next up, Little Miss Tiny. And again, it's from 1981. Oh, for Little Miss Sunshine, this one's also from 1981. This one's from 1981 also. But this is the 2000s reprinted version. Next up, Little Miss Trouble from 1981. Right here is the original 1980s version, which is a 1985 reprint. And right over here was the 2000s reprint version. Right. Yep, this was reprinted in 1985. And this was the original 80s version. And right here is the 2000s reprinted version. Next up, Little Miss Helpful from 1981. Now, you're probably thinking that, was this the original 1981 version? No, it's not. Because if you take a look at this, and this is still the 2000s reprint version. So, this is not the original 1981 version. It looks like it, but it's still the 2000s reprint. Yeah. Okay, next up, Little Miss Shy, 1981. Next up, Little Miss Splendid, 1981 book. Alright, next up, 2 copies of Little Miss Late. One is the original 1980s version, but this one's the 1985 reprint, and this one is the 2000s reprint version. Let me show the original one first. Yep, reprint in 1985. And over here is the 2000s reprint version. Next up, Little Miss Scatterbrain from 1981, but once again, the 2000s reprint. Oh, for Little Miss Splendid, right here, this is also the 2000s reprinted version. Next up, Little Miss Greedy, which was the previously published as Little Miss Plump. 1981 also, the 2000s reprint. Little Miss Magic, 1981, and again, 2000s reprint. Little Miss Giggles from 1984. Okay, next up, two copies of Little Miss Twins. Right here was the original 1980s version, but this one's the 1985 reprint, and this one is the 2000s reprinted version. Let me show this one first. And this is from 1984. Yep. And this was reprinted in 1985. Yep. This is a reprint. And someone named Emma who used to own this book, but it's mine now. And right here is the 2000s reprinted version. Next up, Little Miss Chatterbox. Right here is the original 1980s version, but it's a 1985 reprint. And over here is the 2000s reprint version. Yep, 1985, so it's a reprint, and it was originally published in 1984. And again, there's the name Emma, but it's mine now. And here's the 2000s reprint version. Okay, next up, Little Miss Dottie, or Little Miss Ditsy, which was the retitled version. Next up, Little Miss Lucky. (1984), 2000s reprint. And also, this one, 1984 and 2000s reprint. Next up, here's my favorite Little Miss character, Little Miss Star. Right here is the original 1980s version, but it's a 1985 reprint. And right here is the 2000s reprint version. (1985 reprint once again, and it was originally published 1984. Yep. And here's the 2000s reprint version. But this contains the same stuff as the original 80s version. Just like some of them that I have already shown, and including this one. 2 copies of Little Miss Fickle. Right here is the original 1984 version, but this is a Price Stern Sloan copy, and this one is the 2000s reprint version. But this contains the same stuff as the original 1980s version. So let me show the original 1984 version. Yep, this is the original one. And there is a stamp named Alex who used to own this book, but it's mine now. And there was a sticker, but someone peeled it off for some reason. So yeah. And here's the 2000s reprint version. And no, I didn't buy this from thrift books. I actually bought it from eBay. So maybe someone bought this from thrift books and sell this off from eBay. So yeah. And again, this contains same stuff as the original 1984 version. Yep. Okay, next up, Little Miss Contrary. This is cool. Do you want to know why? It has this. It says 1990. Must be a reprint, but it's still from 1984. And this. Stay open. There we go. Okay. Little Miss Busy from 1990. Little Miss Quick, 1990 book. And once again, their 2000s reprint, including this one, Little Miss Wise, 1990. Here's my favorite Little Miss book of all time, Little Miss Tidy, 1990. Little Miss Brainy, 1990. Little Miss Stubborn, 1990. Little Miss Curious, Little Miss Fun, Little Miss Somersault, 1990, and once again, they're all 2000s reprint. Little Miss Scary from 2003. Little Miss Bad from 2003, but this is the 2010s reprint version. Oh wait, did I say something for Little Miss Stubborn? Oh yeah, I forgot about for Little Miss Stubborn. There is a copyright date, 2001, but it's really not. It's still from 1990. Must be a reprint or something. And I put 1990 so it makes sense. And again, the 2000s reprint. And this was reprinted in 2017. Okay. Little Miss Whoops from 2003. Little Miss Princess from 2011. Little Miss Hug from 2014. Little Miss Fabulous from 2016. And this was reprinted in 2017. Little Miss Sparkle, also from 2016. And again, the 2017 reprint. Little Miss Inventor. This was originally released in 2018, but this is the 2020 re-release. I mean, the 2020 reprint, because it came out in Canadian. Here's this. And this. Yep. Okay, gonna put this back. Okay, next up, Little Miss Birthday from 2006. I really like how shiny it is. So cool. And this was reprinted in 2007. So I do have another copy of this, but I decided to get rid of it and replace with this one because I like it. I like this one better rather than the penguin on the spine. So I'm keeping the one with this. Yep. Little Miss Christmas from 2005. So this one was only released in Australia. Yep. And it comes in a shiny thing. Yep. Okay. And last Little Miss book, right before we go to the special ones, Little Miss Valentine. Sorry about that. Yeah, so all my books were dropped for some reason. So anyway, back to this. Little Miss Valentine from 2019. This is the rarest Little Miss book of all time. Here's the case. And this is the 2020 reprint. And it comes in a red thing. Oh, for Little Miss Adventure, that one comes in a green case inside. So yeah. Yep. Okay. Now I'm gonna put this back. Oh, and by the way, I really like how shiny it is. It's very cool. So yeah. Okay, now we're going to the special ones. So first up, Little Miss Sunshine, the 50th anniversary edition. So as you can see, but although Little Miss comes out in 1981, so it should have been the 40th anniversary of Little Miss, and Mr. Man 50. Yep. Hold on. There we go. back. Okay, and now, last but not least, the Little Miss Collection, the audio CD, read by Jim Dale. For some reason, it says 1972 for Little Miss Fun. False. This is actually from 1990. And Little Miss Stubborn did not came out in 2001. It came out in 1990. So yeah. Here it is. Hold on. Okay. Here's the disc. Okay. All right. Now I'm gonna put this back. Hold on. There we go. All right, guys. That's gonna be my Little Miss Books collection for the 2022 edition, the updated version. And I really had to put everything in the box right after I'm done with this video. So yeah. So hope you guys are watching, and I will see you in the next video. This is me signing out.